y'all, what's up? My name is Tony and I'm the co-founder of The Hyatt Company. In today's video, I'll be talking about our first experience doing a farmer's market. So if you're interested in that, please stay tuned. So I know I promised y'all, I'll vlog our first farmer's market experience and I'll tell y'all about it. So in this video, I'll just combine the clips that I did get and while also talking about our experience. So right off the bat, I'll kind of go in order of how I did it. So I already told y'all in my previous video, where I was packaging the candles and stuff while we decided to join. So if you haven't watched that video, you could go ahead and click the iCard above. Okay, so the first thing I wanted to talk about was the application process. So like I said, it was easy. I just had to go to the website of the farmers market that I wanted to join. Everyone's farmers market has different rules and regulations as to what it takes to be a part of the farmers market. So in my case, and this is the Augusta, Georgia farmers market, so we just had to go on there, apply, fill out everything that they asked for, like first name, your business name, they had the products that you sold, and then you'll email them pictures. In my instance, the email kept being blocked or sent back to me. However, I was still approved, and their rule was if they don't email you back within a week, then you get approved. So they didn't email me back, and then after that I went ahead and booked a booth. So after that, you could book a booth. It's $25. Now if you want to rent a tent, you have the option to rent a tent, a table, and electricity for the farmers market that I attended, and you could go ahead and do that. All in all, my total came up to $65 just to go to the farmers market, simply because I didn't have a tent, I didn't have a 6-foot table, and I wanted electricity for a fan. And I feel like that's a smart decision. If you're somewhere hot, please invest in a fan. You will not regret it at all. That was the best thing I bought for the farmers market, really. In terms of communication, I tried to call them because, like I said, my thing wasn't going through. My email kept coming back. They didn't answer the phone or they didn't answer their email. So communication in the one that I dealt with wasn't that good in my experience. And also, I know some people would be like, well, contact them to see what kind of vendors come or what kind of crowd they'll have, what is the vibe for this farmers market. I couldn't get a hold of them, so I couldn't ask them, even to ask them what the turnout would be, or what the turnout usually is. I couldn't ask them because they didn't answer either, or the phone or the email. Okay, so we went twice. The first weekend we went was the first time that we were supposed to go, but I didn't record anything really except for the overview of our table after we set up, because it was very stressful. So the first time we went, we pulled up, we had from 6 to 7:30 to set up because it starts at 8 a.m. When I got there, I couldn't figure out where to go. That's my fault. But then when I walked up, I was looking, I guess it was the director of the whole farmers market. He was walking us around telling us where we would go. If you're a yearly member, I forgot what they call, a vendor, a real vendor that comes every single weekend, you pay a one-time fee and you get to choose where you want to go. If you're paying Saturday by Saturday, then you had to just pick a spot that's available. So what he was telling me was wait until 8 o'clock to see if one of the regular vendors don't show up, and then I could have their spot, which we did get. But keep in mind, the market starts at 8. So we were setting up while people were walking in, and people started walking in even before the market started. So I was just stressed. It was really stressful. All right, y'all, so we just made it to the market. Now I have to go find the director of the market just to let him know that we're here, and we'll probably have to wait till 8 until to see if the people who reserved their spots for the whole year come or not, so that we could get a spot, because you don't get to choose a spot unless you buy the whole year package. So that's what we're about to do. and everything after that went smoothly. So it was Juneteenth, so it was a lot of people in there, you know, with their said like Juneteenth shirts, Black Lives Matter shirts. It was a lot of people coming out, kind of like basically like holiday vibes. So people were coming in, and I feel like, so in terms of the type of market that it is, what I gained from the first and the second time that we went is that it's more of like a food truck. Not that everybody has a food truck, but people come there for the food. So it's like, and not fruits and vegetables, but like readily prepared food. So like fried fish, like stuff like that, like street food. So that's the vibe that I got from the market. I feel like we did make a good amount of money, but the people who had like street food, I know they probably sold out. It was this one lady, she said she sold out by 10 a.m. That's 2 hours of doing 6 hours. So it's more of a food market in my opinion. So the vibes are good. I felt like everyone was nice. So right when we were set up in between like Mexican food, and then the lady on our left, she was selling like baguettes and stuff like that. She was selling like pastries, I know that. And then by 1:30 it started raining, and so he let us pack up early, which we're not allowed to on a regular day, but he let us pack up early because the rain was about to come. And as soon as we left, it started pouring. Like, it was raining while we were there, but it started pouring rain. In terms of the items that we brought to the farmers market, we brought our regular candles, our regular soaps, and we added 2 extra types of soaps, and then my mom made some body butters within the week. So those aren't on our website, but we did have them at the farmers market, and I really like those. But I don't know if we want to sell them during the summer, because in shipping, I don't want them to melt and leak out in your packages. It's gonna be a whole different, you know, story. So that was what we sold. We also did tips that you could do is like deals of the day. So what we did was, since we're selling like more of a spa type of products, I did a self-care Sunday bundle. So it was one of each products for $40, and basically they got a soap for free. We had a couple of those sell like the self-care bundles in and of itself, and I feel like that was a really cute bundle too. So it's like you get a candle, you get a soap, and then after you finish like your whole shower routine and whatever else you have, then you go ahead and lotion up with the body butter. Now for the second week, I went without my mom. So with this week, I had to wait again, not until 8 o'clock, but it's at like 7:40, 7:50, and it doesn't take that long for me to set up. Now this time, we were set between face painting and fried fish. Now if you know anything about fish, the scent is strong, which wouldn't be a big problem if we didn't sell candles. And so like we'd have a couple people, well, I'd have a couple people come up to the table and be like, oh my gosh, the fish, blah blah blah, which is understandable. And then I guess, so on the first week I was set this way, and on the second week I was set facing the sun. So the sun was facing us on the second week, which melted the body butters. And the electricity on that side wasn't working. I had to wait like an hour for the electrician to come, and then the heat from the grease and stuff from the fried fish was just, y'all, it was just so hot. And then the funny thing is, I don't know what it was about being next to the fish, but it was just flies everywhere. And so to me, like, I was just irritated off of the jump because of where we were placed. And then it's like having flies around, it's just not a good vibe. And basically that was like my experience. Like, we made less sales on the second week, and I feel like it's simply because where we were placed. Because okay, so the first week was Juneteenth. The second week was the Pride March in Augusta. It was a Pride March on Saturday. And so it was still a lot of people coming in. So it was a lot of people on both days. But I feel like simply because of where we were set up on the second week, it kind of turned people off. And so we made less sales the second week. So of course I like insert the clips that I took. Will we do this market again? So I feel like yes, we would do this market again, but in the fall. Like, I can't do it in the summer. And the pros and cons of this, like, to me, basically, you know, doing a farmer's market, the pros and cons of it is you get to expose people to your business, like I said, locally. We had a couple of people post this on Instagram, which helped us get a couple of followers, which was nice. We also had people reach out, like they'll like to do pickups and stuff, like pickup orders locally. And it's like, if you don't have a storefront, that's your storefront, and you only had to pay $65, you know. So, and if you're doing food, you'll succeed, like you'll excel in this particular farmers market. So that's the pros for me. The con that I have is I don't like, this again is my first farmers market, so I'm not sure if this is how it always goes. I just don't like the mixing of different vendors. So like, but it's like totally different. So I don't like that it's mixing food next to skincare products, or next to, you know, like it's totally different stuff. So I'd rather be next to, like, the face painting dude that we were next to, that's fine, because he's doing like cosmetic stuff. I think like him and his wife, like they're doing cosmetic stuff. Like next to us, not that you want to put like skincare next to skincare, but you could put like somebody who sells clothing, or somebody who sells something that's not food related, and then keep all the food vendors together, especially like the freshly prepared or like the street food vendors together. That's how I feel personally. But that was my biggest con, really, being next to people cooking food. Really. But other than that, I feel like we will go back, but later in the fall. Especially in the fall, it'll be like candle season, so I feel like we'll have an even better turnout. So what would I do differently is definitely have some body butters out and keep some in the cooler that we had so that they don't melt. That's one thing I would do differently. Yes, I basically just wanted to tell y'all about our experience. Oh, the giveaway winner, y'all. I still haven't contacted her, but I'll put her Instagram name up on the screen. I'm going to contact her. I've been very busy, but I'm gonna still get those waxes out for her so that she could test it out, and we will have more giveaways in the future. Other than that, please don't forget to watch the rest of the videos on our channel, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see y'all in my next video. Bye.